station designed to keep you in mind. It's Mr. Music and DJ Inferno, also tuned in with the Plug Excel. We got a very special guest today. It's Ice Cube, talking about the Big Three. How you doing, Cube?
Yeah, what's happening with you, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling real good, man. Now, I got to say, Cube, y'all started back in 2017, and every year the Big Three is getting bigger. Y'all just partnered with Verizon. Y'all just brought in Nick Young. How does it feel to see this keep on growing, man?
It feels great to see, after a pandemic, after having a year off, that, we stronger than ever in a lot of areas. So, we got a lot of great sponsors this year. Taco Bell, Monster Energy Drink, Microsoft. So it's just been great to see the league grow, to see people come back to the league. And we're still getting our footing up under us. The pandemic hit us hard as a league, especially a new league just starting out. But we happy that people are back and into the games.
Now, Barbosa been killing it, as you see, this year. What you think about his game? And along with that, what you think about Joe Johnson saying that, he's the best out of the Big Three?
Well, Barbosa, having him in the league is big. He's basically the Michael Jordan of South America, or Brazil. So to have him in the league, expands our interest, makes it a worldwide global thing. And he's coming in and killing it. I think, they was even talking about him, getting a roster spot on the Warriors, a year ago, if they needed him. So, he still got game, able to display it in the Big Three. And, he's showing what he got left in the tank, and it's a great thing. Now, Joe Johnson, without a doubt, the best 3-on-3 player in the world. And so he's taking on all comers. He's out to go back-to-back with the championship. Looked like he's trying to go back-to-back with the MVP and scoring title.
Yes, sir. I did see him.
Somebody got to stop the man, or he gonna just run the table and win it all. And so it's gonna be interesting to see who step up to that challenge.
Definitely. Now, week 4 over, I'm saying, people from Dallas was calling me, talking about y'all. Now we moving to week 5, Milwaukee, Chicago, Vegas coming up. How does it feel to be on the road and just seeing this thing grow with people just kind of taking to it city to city? Does it remind you of any way the rap game when you was in it, or is it kind of just a little bit different with the coaches?
Well, it's different because we dealing with sports and not music. In 2019, we went to 18 different cities. So this is what the league is built to do. This is why we're not connected to any cities. Our teams are not the, Chicago trilogy. Or the LA, whatever. So we able to go all around to anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, really, and play a Big Three game. So it's pretty cool, pretty unique to be hitting some cities. We had narrowed it down because we're still dealing with the COVID situation in the country. Coronavirus is still, alive and kicking. So, we're trying to dodge bullets and still, put on a great show. So we happy to be in Milwaukee on Thursday and in Chicago on Saturday. This is our first time we're doing, pretty much a back-to-back week. Games so close to each other. So it's going to be interesting to see how the players respond to the short rest. And it may give a couple of teams an edge. A couple of teams may lose because they tired. You never know.
Now, going back to the cities real quick that you were talking about and globally, because a lot of people might not know, y'all going to be finishing up in the Bahamas this year. What made you choose on that destination, Ice Cube? What made you choose that joint?
Well, we wanted to reward our players the best players who worked out, trained, who became a team and made it to the playoffs. We wanted to give them, full incentive to come and play hard. So we're trying to always look for things to incentivize the players to play hard. The last thing we want is a pickup game or a all-star kind of game, celebrity kind of feel. We want guys to go at each other. So, the winning team gets more than the losing team this year. And another incentive is, going to the Bahamas if you make the playoffs. So it's a great thing to do for the players and the coaches, and gives them that little extra fire. And if it don't put it in them, their girlfriends and wives play harder to get to the Bahamas.
I definitely hear you on that, B. Now, I appreciate your time with me, Q. I'm going to turn it over to DJ Inferno for the rest of the interview, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you too, man. What's up?
Man. So, Ethan, Mr. Music pretty much covered a lot. I had a few questions. So, what's the process that you guys take as a league to select the teams and select the players each year? Is it different? Do you alter it? Is it like a draft? Do the players get basically pick their homeboys to be on the teams? How do you go through that process?
Got you, Q. You still there?
Cube, you're on mute.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah,
we good.
You can hear you now.
All right. So the process is basically, we as a league select who's going to be our player captains, like who deserves to run the squad. From there, the player captains get a chance to pick 2 co-captains. So they do get a chance to pick off the dribble who they want to play with. We believe that's better than having a GM, somebody who don't even play the game, telling people who they should play with. We want guys to be their own GM. So it gives our players a lot of power. But between them and the coach and the co-captains, that's when they start to figure out who they're going to draft. They get to draft 2 players this year. We're gonna add a 3rd player in years to come, so they'll be able to draft 3 players. And those players, they go through the combine. We have a combine where the captains and the coaches can go see these guys and see if they still in shape, or they ready to go, or they can handle the physicality of the big 3. And then from there we draft. This year we added another step. We added a tryout. So, guys who think they can ball with our guys, can actually try out, and then they get invited to the combine if they're good. And in the combine, when you're in the draft pool, you can get picked at any time. Just because you're not drafted on draft night, guys go down, they get injured, and they pick from the pool. So you just got to stay ready, because you never know when they're going to pick your name to come play in the big 3. So that's the process. You got to go through the combine to really be in the pool. Once you're in the pool, you just never know when you're going to get your name called. So you got to stay ready.
And so, now I'm not sure about if 3-on-3 basketball has been part of the Olympics for a while, but if so, this year they're making it like a big deal. And I feel like the way they've been capturing the moments is real big 3-ish. They basically took the urban out of the big 3 and try to add it and incorporate it into the 3-on-3 for the Olympics. Now, do you think that that's a direct correlation from you and the big 3, and this is something that they added to the Olympics because of the publicity that you've been getting with the big three, or you think this is something they had already in the works?
Well, I mean, just to give a little back history on 3-on-3 FIBA, what you're seeing in the Olympics is FIBA and their version of 3-on-3. And they've been doing it for years. Not in the Olympics, though. The Olympics didn't decide to put 3-on-3 in until we launched the Big Three in 2017. So, we did have a lot to do with them actually pulling the trigger and saying this is an Olympic sport. Now, at the same time, the FIBA style, if you watch it, it's an amateur style of basketball. And it's fine, on the amateur circuit. And the Olympics is amateur games. So when you look at the Big Three, it's the professional version of the game. And it's actually the most entertaining version that the world has ever seen. And it's the best league in the world. So they bought a lot from us when it comes to trying to pump it up and put marketing and publicity behind the league. But it's just two different styles, It's like the NBA, the NBA got the NBA style of basketball. And then what you see in the Olympics is definitely it's the amateur stuff. So
yeah,
the same thing with the Big Three. We got the pro version like the NBA, and FIBA has the amateur version like you see in the Olympics. And I'm fine with that. I want them to do what they do so we can do what we do.
That's one.
Yeah. So, and then my last question: what's the next major moves you feel that you have coming up for the Big Three? Like, you got a Secret Friday coming out where you about to incorporate the Big Three. You know what I'm saying? I know you. I've been knowing you for a while, Cubes. You real sneaky when it comes to doing stuff. So I know you got some stuff in the works. So anything that you can put a bug in our ear that you got in the works, bro, just let us know.
Well, the thing is I like to, do my business in silence. When I got something worth it, I make it known. I bring it to the public once it's ready. And, with the Big Three, we're still, doing a lot of things behind the scenes to, make the league better, make the league more efficient, and just, do things bigger and better. So, we're still not finished with the league and what it needs to be, so it's a lot of work to go into that. But we have plans to grow the league, even if it's expanded to 16 teams and playing on two days a week.
Bring one to Minneapolis.
And yeah, we want to get to other places. There's a lot of places in the country. We've been trying to get to Minneapolis a few different times, and we just couldn't work it out with the arena. So hopefully we'll be able to work it out. In the summer, it's a lot of concerts that we got to try to fight around to three. So, we'll get there because we're dedicated to show this league to every nook and cranny in the country and in and around the world.
Nice. And definitely appreciate you taking out the time to talking to us, man. Big Three is super dope. We watch it all the time. My guy just did a guest DJ spot out in Vegas for the Big Three, DJ Ray Mills with DJ Ski. So it's dope how you incorporate not only the professional basketball to, into the entertainment. So I don't want to compare the Big Three to the NBA, but you bring out this entertainment section. Like, you brung out what we've all been doing on, the blacktops for a long time and added professional players to it. That's what I feel like the Big Three's done for us. Because, we got the music out there. We got the hot dogging. We got the trash talking. And now you have that with these, players that can actually back it up. And now they playing for money and getting paid for it. Now they playing for trips to the Bahamas. So to me, you took a part of our culture and enhanced it and made it better. And I
Amplified
think
it for
that's
sure.
pretty dope. Yeah, that is really dope, bro.
I appreciate that. You know, to me, that's what it's all about. You know, we beautiful people that's very creative, and we do things to our own rhythm. And so, you know, I love to polish it up and elevate it and show the world what we about and what we got. And so, you know, we've been doing it in music, in a way, movies, and now sports. So it's dope to bring them to our culture and not always the other way around. We jumping on